The characters in Land of Opportunity starts off with Tommy Vu, and Tommy went into this country as an immigrant, and the first thing he noticed is that a lot of companies pay him minimum wage, and he didn't understand the office politics behind that. So he wanted to basically find a way to make easy money. Then you have his uncle, Uncle Louis, Louis Uncle Louis Vu. Louis Uncle Louis Vu is actually an adopted child. Even though he's Caucasian, he was raised by Asian parents. People didn't realize that when I was casting Uncle Louis, the role for Uncle Louis, I couldn't find an Asian Uncle Louis, so I decided to get one of my extras to play Uncle Louis, which he really did a good job. The other character in the story is basically Lily Vu. That is Tommy's cousin and Uncle Louis's niece. Lily comes from a very wealthy family, Asian family, and she's basically visiting from Asia and basically falls in love with one of Tommy's friends. We also have Tommy's friend Sanjay Collins. Sanjay basically is from the UK. He's basically East Indian, or Asian Indian as you call it. His mom is Asian Indian, but his dad is from the UK, so he basically has a British accent. He finished law in the UK, and when he got here to the US, he figured that the rules of the game have changed, and even though he has a degree, they want him to basically take more classes and also to pass the bar exam for him to practice law, even though he already finished all of the requirements. Then we have Henry Lee. He's a Korean American. Basically, when he was 6 years old, his immigrant parents actually was able to start a grocery business. And during that time, Henry's the only one that actually understood the meaning of hard work as an immigrant. Because now his parents own a business, he's able to see how hard it was to actually make it in this country. And then you have Blake Sheldon, one of Uncle Louis's partners in a lender, which Uncle Louis owes him money, and he's trying to basically get his money back, and Uncle Louis is trying to find a way to get his money back without getting into more problems. And then you have Apollinario Swede Ramos. Swede, when I say Swede, Swede is actually like the Swedish. Swede is actually a Filipino, but one thing that sets him apart is that he's not the average Filipino. He wears an Irish kilt. And the reason I wanted to do that, not to make fun of Swede, but to show people that Asian men can also wear kilts. And in reality, I played Swede during the pilot, and I wanted to show people, yes, it's true, it's funny, you know, people can laugh at it, but the truth is that any man who wears a kilt is a man. You guys know that if you're had an Irish background, you know that kilts are often, you know, associated as being manly. You know, I've seen other people that wear it, and I think that there's nothing wrong with an Asian man wearing a kilt, even though some people think that it's a skirt or whatever. But I wanted to show that even Asians can wear kilts. I'm sure you guys seen that one commercial where this Korean American was wearing a kilt and they were making fun of that, but that's not the point. The point is that Swede understands his nationality. He knows his ethnicity. He's not ashamed of it, but he wanted to show people that he's normal, that he's not trying to be Irish or trying to be someone he's not. He's comfortable with who he is, and some people just don't understand why he does that. Even his own ethnicity, people who have the same ethnicity doesn't understand why he's doing that. They think that he's just doesn't know his identity or whatever. But I did that for a reason, for people to understand that it's okay. What makes this very special for me is adding the elements together, and that this is an actual working class film. I want to show people that this is not no cookie cutter kind of film that you see on TV where the jock always gets the cheerleader or the Asian is always the nerd. In this one, I wanted to give other people another view of the characters. And this is why I made this film, because I wanted to show that even it's okay for Asians to date, you know, a blonde girl, because one of the issues that Swede deals with is dating his dream girl, which is a blonde girl, and it's really rare in society to see that. And I wanted to prove to people that it is okay, even though it is on TV and some people may or may not like it. I wanted to show the human side to it, because people are so stereotypical in TV that they can't accept anything that they don't want to see. I don't know if that makes sense, but what I'm trying to say is you don't see an Asian guy with another ethnic group. You always see them with Asians. But when you see a Caucasian man with an Asian woman, it seems to me that the media or the networks, they love that because it's acceptable. But when you have it turned around, some people get upset about it. And the reality is the world is changing, and that's why I wanted to show that part. And I hope that with this film, that people will start to see that it's not about the issue of race or anything like that, but it's what makes these characters similar to what other people deal with in society. So that's the reason why my sister and I created this, because it shows the human side to it. It's not just about black and white or being the perfect, you know, cheerleader, jock kind of film that everyone's so used to. We understand it. Don't get me wrong, I love that because, you know, they've been doing that for so many years. And I feel like there are some people who are not represented in reality because people are still afraid to accept those changes. And that's okay. I mean, what matters is that this film will open the door to understandings, you know, to at least educate people on the importance of seeing other people. And this is why I love this film so much, is because we chose a wide variety of characters in this film. It's not just a one-sided character, but a bunch of ethnic groups represented. And that's what makes this very special to me. It's not just about Asians, it's about other ethnicities as well. And as long as the working class and the average person understand this film, it makes my job easier because it validates a lot of issues that the average person deals with on a daily basis, not just one ethnic group. So I hope that with this film and this TV series, people will start to appreciate that, hey, we're not different after all. We all may come from different backgrounds. We all have our ethnic issues, but in reality, we all deal with the same thing. Maybe not as much as other people, but that's okay. I just wanted to show another side to another story. And thank you again for allowing me to share with you this series. Thank you.